It's about time I get some more graded cards, so I'm going to send in my first ever PSA submission with this pile of cards here. There's a good little pile here of some Dragon Ball Z and some Pokemon cards, and I'm going to guess the rating that I'm going to get from PSA. This is who I'm grading for each card. First on the list is some promos from Shroud with Fable. These promos from Shroud with Fable are sick, and this is the only reason why I bought some Shroud with Fable was because of the promos. Now this Greninja I thought was going to get a 10, but the centering is a little bit off. It's a little bit thicker on this right side than it is on the left side, but all the edges and the back looks pretty good, or maybe a little bit of whiting up there actually. Maybe I shouldn't send it in, but I'm going to send it in anyway because this is my first time. And the centering looks pretty good on the back here, except for that little bit of a scuff up the top there, maybe. But I've never sent any cards in, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just making a guess. And on this one, I thought it was actually pretty sick too, but, oh, is it coming out the end there? Mate, I should protect my cards a bit better, and maybe I'll get better grades. I just saw this corner here was not as rounded as this one. I should look at the promos before I actually buy them. I just saw the Greninja and I was like, mate, I want that. But now I'm thinking about it, because these Greninjas are going for like $200 on eBay, PSA 10. Don't tell anyone I told you that, because I want to get heaps done and sell them all. But yeah, anyway, I think that these two, I'm hoping that this one will get a 10, and then this one here, just because of that corner, might get a 9. But I'll take the two 10s though, so 1 10 and 1 9, that's my prediction. We have another promo. We've got Iono from the Iono box. I actually bought 3 of these boxes. I think this guy may get a 10, but the only thing is this corner up here, I think, and the other corner, it might be a little defect up there. That's my only guess, but the centering, it looks pretty good to me. The surface looks nice. It's all in-sleeved. I think there's going to be a 10. Can't do 9.5, so I don't think. But at the end of the day, it is just someone's opinion. Like they could be having a bad day, so they could just take it out on your card. Maybe they lost a lot of money on the pokies, and they're like, nah, fuck this guy. He's going to get a 6. And then the last promo, I think, of the lot is the Kingja promo, again from Shroud of Fable. These promos and the artwork are fucking sick. I probably like the promos more than any of the other cards apart from the Persian card from Shroud of Fable, and I'm still searching for that card. Centering looks good. The corners look pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, so I think this guy is going to get a 10, but the centering in the front looks good too. Yeah. 10. Both are the first Dragon Ball Z card on the list, the Salmax's secret rare that we pulled. In my opinion, this guy's looking pretty good. He might look like a 10. The only thing I can see is the centering on this side is a little bit thicker than this side. Other than that though, I think the Dragon Ball Z cards, it would be easier to grade because it's very hard to see the whiting and stuff, but I'm sure they've got some special mechanisms that they use so they can see that stuff, but I think this guy is going to get a 10. Yes, and if he does, I might even try and sell him and get some money back so I can buy some more cards. Next up on the list, we got the sexy Dialga V. Mate, I'm so stoked to get this card in the Pokemon mystery box. If you haven't watched that, then please do watch that video. I may or may not have lost the money, but this guy is looking pretty good. The centering is a little bit bigger on this side, but I don't see any whiting from the back. From the front, it's hard to see because it's like got that silver border. But in my opinion, I'm hoping for a 10 because that would be a good profit margin up. If it goes from like $50 to $150 if you get a good grading. Now we got some OG 151, the Pikachu, one of the first cards that I ever pulled on this channel. Now the front looks pretty good to me, but the problem is there's a little bit on the back, this corner up here. Don't know if you guys can see that. See that little bit up there. Not looking too healthy. There's a little bit of a scraping, but other than that, maybe some whiting up the top there. The more I look at it, the more it gets worse. But the centering and stuff looks good. I'm just going to send it in because I don't have a graded Pikachu and I want a graded Pikachu. And it's the first Pikachu English card that I pulled, so she's going to get it graded. I'm probably going to say a 9 on this one, but prove me wrong. Give me a 10. Go on. Now we got another Iono. This was from Powder and Fates. I did pull this card myself off the channel. Oh no, on the channel. There's two. I pulled one off the channel and on the channel. Oh fuck. A little bit of up in the corner there. The centering is not too bad, maybe a little bit thicker up the top there maybe. I don't know, I'm just trying to look for stuff really. I just look for centering, corners, and that's about it. Bit of whitening, that's all I'm looking for. I think that's how they grade it. I'm not actually sure. I probably should do a little bit more research. The centering in the front looks good. I actually have 2 of these. Let me see if I can find the other one. Here's the other one. I think I wasn't going to send this in because it was a little bit thicker on this side. What do you guys think? Should I send it in anyway? Probably not too much of a difference really, is it? Yeah, and the centering on the back wasn't too hot. And I thought I saw some whitening on the edges. Yeah, just this little corner down here was not too flashy. You see it curling up a bit. That's why I wasn't going to send that one in, because it was not too centered and it had the bung corner, whereas this one, pretty much just that corner was the only issue. In my opinion, the centering was good on that one, just up there. But I'm going to send the one in. If it comes back good, and if I want to sell this one, maybe I'll get it graded and then I can flick it on, hopefully make a little bit of money. I've got to give this guy a rating. I'm gonna say a 10, even though it's got the little defect up there. I'm gonna say a 10. Back to some Dragon Balls here. We got my guy Vegeta. I think this corner up here is a little bit buggered, and other than that, I think he's pretty solid, because I don't know if you can tell if there's any centering on the back here, because he's a leader and he's got 2 sides. But yeah, there's a corner up there, but I don't really give a shit. I want to get this guy graded because this guy is sick. I think he will look sick in a graded case in my opinion, and I just want to get him graded. I don't think I'll sell it, even if I get a shit rating. I don't really give a shit, but I think he's going to get a 9, maybe an 8 even, I don't know. I'll be taking 10 though, all day, every day, but I think he's going to get a 9 just because that corner looks pretty munted to me. Even this corner up here is a little bit of this. You can see that little dent up there. That's what I think. But anyway, hoping for a 9. If it gets an 8, I don't give a shit. He's just going to stay in the collection anyway. Some more Dragon Ball Z. We got this sick leader from Trunks. I just want to get this guy graded because he looks absolutely sick on the front. Again, I can't tell with the centering on the back. And the corners, they look pretty good. The edges look pretty slick, but I don't know, I'm just guessing again, but I want to get a 10 in this guy because having a 10 in the Trunks would be on. He is one of my favorite cards. Trunks is one of my favorite characters, and he looks absolutely on in this fucking photo here. Give me a 10, mate. That'll be sick to add to the collection. Then we got my most expensive Pokemon card that's raw. This is Terrapagos EX. Now, this guy looks pretty sick from the front, but from the back, looks fucking shit. Look at the centering on this thing. It's bloody terrible. I thought this card was going to be on. I can't really see too much whiting, maybe a smidgen up the top corner there. I don't know, but bro, that centering just really put me off. I really thought I wasn't going to send it, but he looks good from the front, so I'm going to send it. I'm going to say, I would be silly not to say a 9 just because of that centering, but I want a 10. This would just pump the price up on this card if I got a 10, but I'll take a 9. Last but not least, we got this sick God Rare. This was what got me into the trading card collecting again. This guy looks pretty good from the back. Can't see not too bad on the corners or anything. I'm trying to see if there's anything in the light there. I don't know, it doesn't look like too much. I'm just trying to tell myself that it doesn't look like too much. In the front, looks pretty good. These are just so much harder to tell from, but I'm hoping for a 10. Even if it gets a 9 or an 8 or a 7, I'm still going to keep him because he is absolutely sick. And it was my first God Rare, my first pack that I bought. I pulled this card, so it's got a little bit of sentimental value, but he just needs to get in the case. He's been waiting for like 3 months since I got him, so he deserves one. Couple honorable mentions. I thought about getting Trunks all done up, but he's got a bit of whiting up the top there, so I don't know if it'll be worth it. And then I got Tien the Watcher, which is pretty sick too. He is actually not too bad of condition. He's got this little corner up here. This is pretty munted, and there's a little few defects on the other corners, which probably will bring him down to like a 7, I reckon, or an 8. But maybe on my next run I'll get it sus, but today, not today, brother. What do you think about the calls I was making on the cards? Do you think I was actually talking some sense, or was I just talking out my ass? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you like and subscribe because I got to show you guys what I get when I get my PSA submission back. So make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for that video. I'll see you in the next one.